Hi and welcome back to another video of jPlay. I am Marcus and today I'm doing a solo playthrough of legendary James Bond deck building game. Yeah, it's a legendary game that comes with some, let's say, official solo rules, not so different to a multiplayer version of the game, but really I prefer only handling one hand of cards simultaneously. And today we are playing Casino Royale. So Mastermind is Le Chiffre in this case. And this also means I'm playing with Daniel Craig. And I'm having this special starter card. The game comes with 15 or 20 of different special starter cards. I chose a thematic one in this case. And that's the Winner's Spoils. It allows you to draw a card. It gives you something when you trigger a class, a special ability. And also comes with a wound. Isn't that nice? The game comes with different of those basic starter cards depending on which film or which James Bond you are, and obviously today we are going with Daniel Craig. Let's have a look at the scheme. We have to use the Casino Royale tournament mission group and that's also our scheme here, win the Casino Royale tournament. So we are playing a couple of hands of cards of poker, which really is so thematic in this game here in this case. And I think typically it only happens when you are playing against Chiffre or when you have this special scheme here. Maybe there are other decks in future that will also utilize this, but today we will definitely see a lot of poker related terms in this case. We will automatically lose when our danger level reaches level 5, which is something pretty unique to this version of Legendary. So I'm using this little Playmobil head. Unfortunately, the game doesn't come with any counter here to, more or less mark the danger level in this case. So I used my own little head here. I'm using this because it looks like Oddjob's head from Goldfinger. The reason for that is that all the master strikes, and you will definitely see those master strikes sooner than later, are also showing the Oddjob's head. Really looking very cool. It was really a pity that they didn't come with any of their own little counter here. There is one or maybe even two little changes for the solo play. So we are only playing with 4 different heroes in this case. So we are not using I think I have sorted out the allies from this deck, and we are only playing with cards from Casino Royale. It's a legendary game, so you can mix and match however you want, but again, I want to really play Casino Royale, so we're only seeing cards from that movie here. But again, we normally have, I think it's 5 decks, as I'm playing solo, I'm only using 4 of those different decks. And I also had to do some tweaks in respect to this villain deck. So we don't have any gadgets, and gadgets is the equivalent of bystanders from a legendary game. And we are also using a lot less of those henchmen here. I think we only have 3 in that deck in each of those so-called stacks. So we have a deck A, B, and C. So it almost feels a little bit like a legendary encounters game. It's really staged, so the pressure is building up, and this is what I really like about this one. It doesn't really completely start off random as hell, so really the tension is building up and it's getting more and more difficult, something I really like a lot. Apart from that, our goal is to beat Le Chiffre 4 times, basically the mastermind, and then we immediately win the game. He comes with some special abilities here. So what happens when a master strike triggers? So then we are playing a hand of cards against him, and he also has an escape effect. When a villain escapes, the danger level will also increase by 1, and this is really tricky in this game. Not only will failed missions drive the danger level up, in this scenario against this mastermind we also have to be very careful that certain villains are not escaping the board here. I think with that being said, I will shuffle my hand of cards, and then we will immediately get started. And this is our hand of cards. It's, I think, an okay hand of cards, so we can buy a hell of a lot of stuff. We only have 1 damage point. I'm pretty sure we won't be able to do anything with that. But as usual, the first thing to do is to draw our first card here from the villain deck, and that's a first mission. Wow, that's insane. We have to trace a cell phone, and basically we need to beat this with recruit points. So here see it's from deck A, and the farther it gets to the left on this on assignment row, the cheaper it gets to beat this one. So on the first space it's still a 6, and then when it's starting to move down it's getting cheaper and cheaper. Right now we have 5, so we will not be able to beat it. We will put it onto the on assignment assignment track. This space up here, and this is really a very, very gorgeous little playmat. I like this one here a lot. Then yeah, let's start playing cards, right? I mean, we will play all those cards anyway. The order doesn't matter, because they're all starter cards. They all come with one recruitment point. We have 1 damage. We cannot do anything with that. And with 5 in theory, we could go for a very expensive first card here, the MI6 support, which comes with 3 damage and has the 00 status, which triggers when you either defeat a villain in that turn or when you defeat the mastermind, or basically get 1/1 fight ability. Then you get this effect. You may look at the top 3 cards of your deck, discard any, and put the rest back in any order. Usually a very, very helpful thing. So let's totally go for this card. This goes into our discard pile as usual. We will replenish, and here we have I'm the Money, Vesperlin. She's really powerful. She's very inexpensive to get. She also only provides us 1 resource point unless we are triggering this special class ability. I think that's the ranged hero or so. And then she would give us 2 more recruit points. So that's definitely a huge combo, especially when some more of those bluish cards are coming out. Yeah, that's already the end of our round. So we are discarding everything we played. Draw our hand of cards. I do this off camera really to speed things up. And then, yeah, we are moving into the next round. And oh, we have the first Master Strike, which means we have to play a hand of cards against Le Chiffre here. I could now play up to 2 cards with the value 1 or more from my hand and use also the Q branch here, so pretty much the hero deck, in order to come up with a good combination. Problem is I only have starter cards, so I will not be allowed to play those. So in theory, I could also use those cards. So let's say I have 2 4s on my hand, then I could play my 2 4s and come up with pretty much 4 of a kind, which would be amazing with a 4. Thing is, again, I cannot play any cards. We know Le Chiffre will play 2 cards, so he has now also a 3 of a kind. Those 2 cards will be discarded or pretty much put to the bottom of the hero deck in this case, but it doesn't matter. Even if Le Chiffre ties us, we will trigger the Master Strike, which means we are playing an additional card from that villain deck. And that's Carlos. He has an ambush effect. The active player gains a wound. Okay, I have to suck this one up. So basically putting this wound on top of our discard pile. And because we are playing solo after a Master Strike has been resolved, we are playing yet another card. And that's a Scheme Twist. And a Scheme Twist in this scenario means we are checking if we have any duplicate cards on our hand. We would have to discard those. Right now that's not the case. But last but not least, we are discarding those cards. They go to the bottom of the hero deck and bringing out some more cards. But I think overall that's not too terrible. Okay, the high hand. There's another MI6 support. Bond, what the hell are you up to? And I can beat this man also with a 00 status. Okay, that was pretty much, that was only the villain phase of our round, so we can still play some cards, of course. And usually the first card that you should play is cards that allow you to draw more cards, and that's what we do. And this is another standard card. We only have standard cards, so we might as well play those cards right now. So we have 3 resource icons, and in total we have 4. Let me see if you can see that here. Damage points, and I can pretty much use those in any order I want. I think let's get rid of Carlos here, right? Because we don't want to lose those guys. If they are escaping, we know that the danger level will go up. So that's definitely important. So that's 3 points for us. I take that. But because we have fought him, he told us we also have to take another wound. So we're already having 2 wounds in our deck. That's insane. And what are we going to do with those 3 resource points? I think we have bought a red card. Yeah, exactly. We cannot afford any of those red cards. So should we go for this? Or should we simply go for a Miss Moneypenny card? But again, I think in this case, this might be the better deal. Because there is another tech symbol here, which we could then leverage. Yeah, why not? Let's go for this card. I think this costs us only 2. We have 1 more left. So if... Perfect! Vesperlin comes up, we will get her too. Amazing. So we have 3 points. We are revealing something new, and that's a short range bug with wow, providing us 4 damage points. Okay, let's discard all those cards. We have run out of our cards, so we will shuffle our discard pile, drawing back up to 6, and then we are moving into the next round. We already know the drill. Oh, Molaka. Yeah, he's a tough one, because this villain can't be fought the turn he enters on assignment, which he just did, or on a turn when he moved. So let's say the next turn someone is moving Molaka, then again, he's a very nimble guy, very swift one, so we will not be able to beat him. It's really feeling very, very, very thematic, like this one a lot. Of course, we can still deal with this one here. We need 5 recruit points. Keep in mind, because it's now there's one gap now in between the villain deck and the card. It's basically gotten 1 point cheaper. So with 5 we can beat it, but we don't have 5 resource points or recruit points. So there will not be a lot that we can do. First of all, we will draw this one again. Keep in mind, we have reshuffled our deck. That's the reason why it came back, and bam, that's a wound. Ah, that's terrible. Doesn't really give us anything. It's a wound. We have another card that gives us a wound. That's it. And then we have 4 recruit points and this nasty wound here. With 4 recruit points, I think we might want to go with this one here, because again, you need to come up with some synergy effect. So we shouldn't go for all the colors that are available. We already have a red card, we have acquired this tech card here, and also a blue card. So let's not get into green cards yet, at least. So I think, yeah, let's go for Bun. What the hell are you up to? Let's grab it, goes into our discard pile as usual, and I think, yeah, let's bring out a new card. Makes me feel reborn. Okay, that's a nice one. And by the way, I'm a huge fan of movie stills. I know that a lot of you don't like that, but after the disaster that was Firefly with Legendary, I would always go for stills over the gruesome artwork that they really put into Firefly. It was terrible. This was pretty much my turn, right? Nothing else to do. Nope. We will draw back up to 6 cards, and then, yeah, moving into the next round. So let's see what the next card here is. Oh, that's another mission. This means Molaka is moving again, so we will not be able to fight him. He's simply too fast for us. And this one here, you can't complete this mission unless there are at least 2 villains in your victory pile, and right now we only have 1 villain in here. So yeah, nothing we can do about those. And by the way, this number here is the mission difficulty or so. Whenever we are failing this mission, this means this head will move up accordingly. I think there are cards up to 4. I'm not sure how far they go in this mission deck here. In the Goldfinger one, I think it's up to 3, but I believe I have seen even cards with a 4. But yeah, nothing we can do about it anyway. In theory, we can beat this for 4, because again, there are 2 gaps now between the card and the villain deck. And but should we do that? I mean, we have really a lot of stuff, but we also have a lot of damage. Oh, that's so terrible. We are completely wasting those cards. We have 4 wounds which we can inflict, but we cannot do anything, because again, we cannot fight Molaka and we cannot go for this mission, as we are still 1 villain short in our victory deck. So we have pretty much 5 recruit points, which is not nothing. So maybe we should really go for the high hand here. We need also some tech cards, or going for another MI6 support. But we don't have anything for this yet, and I think we need some balance here. Or should we go for... No, I think we are okay. I will go for the... yeah, high hand card here. So we are discarding this. We are revealing a new one. Ambassador's Gun. 00 status, you make her or a hero you played this turn. Awesome, perfect card to thin out your deck, which is never a bad thing in a legendary game or in a deck building game. Okay then, next round, and the embassy guards, henchmen. So again, this is moving, he's moving, we cannot beat him, but if we are able to defeat those henchmen, this would be our second villain, then we can go after this mission here. I think that's pretty helpful. There are no ill effects, no ambush or whatsoever. Okay, let's play some cards. And again, we have our special starter here, so we are drawing a card. That's another wound. I take that. So I think overall we have 4 wounds. We cannot beat it. We cannot beat this. But with 2 and 2, we should be able to defeat this guy first. It goes right into the victory pile. And then I think we should still be able to do this one here afterwards. I think that's legal. I think it really goes immediately into the victory discard pile. So we are spending 2 of those, which means, yeah, we have played this. We have defeated those embassy guards here. And they tell you may put the hero in cube range beneath the space on the bottom of the hero deck. And right now I don't want this green card here, so let's totally do that. May come back anyway, and that's another green card, of course. But we have taken care of this card, so we have now 2 cards in our victory pile, which means we can spend our next 2 damage points. Oh wow, finally we're making progress to clear out this mission here. You can't complete this mission unless there are at least 2 villains in your victory pile. We have just taken care of this, and that's another point. I take that. Awesome. And yeah, I think we still have 2 more recruit points, but with 2 there's really nothing we can do, unfortunately. So let's discard everything. And the last card, by the way, was a naughty wound. We cannot use it at all. And then yeah, let's move into the next round. But now we know this guy will not move because we are not pushing it. I think this might... Oh, and it's a master strike. Again, we have to play a hand of poker. But I think this might be okay because we have those 2 cards in our hand. So that's a 5, that's a 4. So that's 2 pairs pretty much. I take that. We can still use these cards, so they are not lost or whatever. We are simply playing them, let's say, a little bit prematurely in this case. Oh, that's amazing, actually. Cool stuff. And this means I think we are drawing 2 cards for Le Chivre. Oh no! Boop, boop, boop. He has 3 of a kind, which is definitely better than this one here. Can we do anything better with it? No, we can't. Oh, we have lost. This was a good hand, by the way. Cool stuff. So they go back to the bottom of this hero deck. We can hold on to those cards. We are not losing those. But we have still lost. So this Master Strike is gone. Because we haven't dealt with the Master Strike, we have to bring out a new card. And because we are playing solo, we have to do that again. And that's another Master Strike. Are you kidding me? Can this be? I mean, we have 2 cards in B, right? Yeah, I think it can be. I think it can be. Yeah, I think we have to deal with that. We have to live with that. It's another Master Strike, so we have to play another hand of cards. So we already know the drill. Again, I'm playing my 4 and my 5 here. 2 pairs. We are playing 2 more cards for Le Chivre. That's a 2. 2, 3, 4. Okay. And a 4. I think... 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's not a straight. I think we have beaten Le Chivre. We have 2 pairs. He has basically 1 pair or whatever. Yeah, I think we are good. I think we are good. Awesome. Cool. So we have not failed this hand of poker cards. I really hope that this was okay, that we are playing this in a row. But again, we are playing solo, so it's another Master Strike. So we have to keep going. That's a scheme twist, and that's terrible. Yeah, this is really terrible. So we have to discard this card because all the duplicates go away, and so do these cards here. Oh, this is tough. It was a tough combination of cards, but okay, I have to live with that. Okay, that's a cool card here for Vesper. High stakes and make me feel reborn. Okay, this scheme twist is out of here, and I believe that's about it. Yeah, okay, finally we can do stuff. Problem is I just lost my damage point. I was really in the perfect shape getting rid of Malaka, but now I'm down to only 2 damage points and there's nothing I can do with it. I cannot even use it to trigger something. That's really bad. Okay, because again, I think this poker hand is not played yet. We are simply choosing those 2 cards. At least that's how I understand it. So I think we have to get rid of those. Okay, that's 5 recruitment points. So maybe... Should we now deal with this before it escapes? It's only a 1, but still I think... Yeah, let's solve our first mission here. It's only 3 actually, right? -3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So we have basically 2 more points, but 2 more points don't give us anything. But I don't want to take any more chances, right? No, we will get rid of this mission. I think that's a good idea. Then we are discarding everything and then moving into the next round. There is a slight chance we are not moving Molaka, and okay, this is Wallenstein. She's one of the special villains who work for Le Chivre. Before we beat her, we have to come up with a straight, and this works pretty much the same way like we did that before. So basically playing those cards or choosing those cards, and in combination with those 5 cards here in the Q branch, then yeah, we basically have to come up with a straight. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen this round because I only have starter cards in my hand and they do not count. I cannot play those cards. Okay, the thing is we have a hell of a lot of recruit points. Basically 6 now. We have a 00 status. You may put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. Very nice. Problem is I will not beat any baddies this round because I only have 1 and 1 wound. Pretty lame. But with 6 we should be able to do something good. Question is, I think we have to go for the treasury accountant here. She comes with 2 and 2, and if we trigger this special class ability, now the ranged hero, we may convert any amount of your recruit points into wounds or vice versa. That's really powerful. Let's totally go for this card. And let's reveal a new one, and the ambassador's gun. Yeah, we already know this one. Pretty cool card, but that's already the end of the round. So let's see, a scheme twist. This might be okay actually, because this means no one is moving, so we could go after Molaka, maybe at least. But let's see, first of all we have to check for any duplicates. Oops, no, this can't only be those 2. No, we don't have those, so we have to get rid of those cards here. We're really moving through this deck like crazy, but again, those cards come back anyway. Matters well in hand. Okay, another I'm the money and the high stakes card, and make me feel reborn. Okay, what are we going to do? We have a lot of fighting power. So that's 1, 2, and 3 plus 3. That's 6, and we have the 00 status. You may look at the top 3 cards of your deck, discard any, and put the rest back in any order. Cool stuff. With 6, that's cool. And on top of this, we have 3 recruit points, which we might be able to use too. That's not terrible. So with 6, can we do a straight? I don't think so. We can play those 2 cards. That's a 2. Oh, we can actually. We can do a straight. We play these cards into our poker hand. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So we can come up with a straight. And I think we should deal with her for sure. That's 3 points. Perfect. Really cool. And we have 3 more points. We haven't moved Molaka. So I think let's totally get rid of him too. Awesome. Problem is we need 8 in order to beat Le Chivre at some point in time. Cool. But we still have, and let's not forget the 00 status. We can trigger this before we are drawing our hand of cards. We have 3 recruit points. I don't want a green card here. Maybe another red, or maybe we have a cool bluish card now. I think let's go for this one once more. We have 2 more recruit points, and let's take her again. That's pretty helpful, and that's that. I think I take that. So now we are dealing with his 00 status. So we check out the first 3 cards of our deck, and we can discard any of those. That's not terrible. Let's get rid of this one here, and let's put the others back in any order, but the order doesn't matter because we know we are drawing those now. Let's see, I will do that off camera. Then we are bringing out this one here, Fukutu. Okay, he's another nasty one. In order to go, we must make a flush. And a flush in this case works for these symbols here. Basically, we need 5 of those reds, for example. Ooh, that's tough, especially when I look at my current cube range here. Really a mixed bag. All the colors are here. You must be joking. Okay, but no ambush effects, nothing. So I guess let's start playing cards, and we have our draw a card ability, and yeah, that's another lame one. Let's see, maybe we can use him to some extent. We have again 6 recruit points. Ooh, that's not nothing. And yeah, unfortunately, in total we have 3 of those. Okay, we can get rid of those embassy guards. So maybe we should do that. So let's do the fight effect first. So we are dealing with those embassy guards and they allow us to basically put this card back on the bottom of the hero deck. Let's do that. We don't want the yellow cards right now. And that's another red one. Okay, I take that. So we have taken care of those guys. Nice. And again, we have those 6 here. Now this is a nice one, right? So I think we will go for the ambassador's gun for sure. That's 4 points. And you may put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. Okay, I think this also counts for the discard pile right now, but let's replenish. We still have 2 more points, recruit points, and I think let's go for another black one. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. We have defeated someone, so we can trigger this 0 status, so we are discarding this, and this really triggers basically at the very end of our turn, before we are drawing up to our hand of cards, but also before we are discarding actually. So we can put still, I think let's put this card on the top of your deck. This is on my discard pile because we acquired it. This is legal, so we can definitely put this on top of our deck. Now we are basically discarding those cards, right? Yeah, okay. Let's discard those. Let's bring out a new card. And then, yeah, we are moving into the next round. Last card was a wound, by the way. And by the way, now we would be in a perfect condition going for this flush here. Problem is, this is my only colored card I have in my hand. It's a blue one. Doesn't really help me. But let's see, maybe we can draw something. No, I don't think so. Okay, that's a bummer. Let's move into the next round. We are revealing our next card. Okay. Oh, that's a nice, another very thematic one. Survive the poison. Another mission with 2, but this also means we are now putting a poison extra card into our deck, and whenever we draw this, discard it and gain a wound. And basically when we defeat this, then we can KO all of those poison extra cards. But this will keep coming back to us, and we have to survive this. Really, really thematic, and we need 7 points. And let's say if I have 8 versus 7, I might consider going for Le Chiffre instead. So that's, I think they did that deliberately. Pretty sure about that. But yeah, first of all, we will play this wound here. Doesn't do us anything. We can get rid of this wound by simply, for example, doing nothing. Actually, if you don't recruit any heroes, fight the mastermind, fight any villains, or complete any missions on your turn, you may KO all the wounds from your hand. But for 1 wound, I think that's not really worth it. At top of this, we have 3 damage points. They don't do us anything. And yeah, oh, that's so bad. And we have 3 recruit points. It's not a bad card, but I don't need a green card now in my deck actually. I think that's 2 points, but there are no other green cards, so maybe I will not do anything. I could go for a money penny, but yeah, it's okay. But I don't need her as well right now. So maybe, yeah, we are not doing anything, so let's simply get rid of this wound. Yeah, why not? We are not doing anything, we are simply resting, preparing for the poison pill here, and then yeah, moving into the next round. So let's see what fate has in stock for us. Oh, that's a nice one. Okay, we will bring this one out. That's another mission card, but it has the chase keyword, so this keeps pushing other cards out, including itself. The thing is, after this pushes another card with its chase ability, if that card is still on assignment, it switches spaces with this card. Okay, what this means is that this card will basically push everything. After this pushes another card with its chase ability. What we are doing now, it also switches places with this card. So it really wants to move out, and that's 2 mission points we would lose. And keep in mind, if this danger level is ever a 5, we are losing the game immediately. And again, this will do this every round now. Ooh, that's pretty terrible. That's really pretty terrible. Okay, let's see if we can do something with that. I think we have to start with her. Usually I would do it the other way around, but we need this thing here, the symbol. Then we are playing her we are triggering this special ability with his card we played before. Unfortunately, again, this is really something where timing does matter, and she allows us this turn you may convert any amount of your stars into scratches. Pretty much dealing with those cool stuff. So that, wow, I think we can do a lot of damage this round, and I think we should consider that. So that's 5 points, 9 points in total. Question is, should we hit Le Chivre now with 9 points? Or should we really try to get rid of this mission card? I think we should, because this will really move relatively quickly. It's kind of wasteful, but I think it's still worth it. So that's 5, 9 points. We are taking 6 off here, because again, we can convert them into anything we like. We have 3 more points, and in theory, this could still be the 3 points in here, actually. And with 3... yeah, we can still go for another red card, right? Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. We need those symbols in order to trigger our abilities. And another green card matters well in hand. Maybe we are missing out. Those strength cards, those green hulky ones, they usually tend to give you more fighting power. Yeah, let's think about that. But for now, we are discarding those cards. And then we are moving into the next round. Yeah, I think this was a good idea to basically get rid of this mission card here. That's Infante. Another nasty villain. You must make a full house in order to fight this villain. Whew, and he needs a 5 to be beaten. That's pretty insane. Yeah, what are we going to do? Of course, we are going to play some cards. We are starting with this one here. It's simply 3 points. We have the double O status, but I think I might not be able to do something with that. Then we are playing this card here. This triggers off of this one here and says you may KO up to 2 total wounds in friendly players' hands and or discard piles. Okay, that's including me. And no, we don't have any wounds in our discard piles, or also in our hand. Yeah, but that's 5 recruitment points, right? 6 and 7 recruit points, and we have 2 wounds from our basic starters. But 7 recruit points is really something. So maybe we should consider going for those 2 green now. Yeah, they can really, because they also help us KO heroes, so we can get rid of those starting cards here. So I think let's do that. So 3 points for this green card. And, ooh, yeah, of course, now it's too late. And yeah, 3 points for this card here too. 7, right? Yeah, we had 7. Yeah, and another green card. Okay, I take this. We can, we didn't trigger our status card, our double O status. So let's simply discard those cards. And yeah, moving into the next round. So let's see. That's another mission. I think, no, we are still in deck B actually, so let's have a look at that. When you try to complete this mission, shuffle Q branch into the hero deck, then refill it. Okay, if you can now make a straight, flush or full house, complete the mission, otherwise it stays where it is. Phew, that's a tough one. That's a 3. You must be kidding me. So I cannot even plan it properly because, again, yeah, we will have to reshuffle everything. That's nasty. That's really nasty. And we still need those 5 points. So don't let this fool you. It's still a hell of a lot of recruitment points. Okie dokie. Yeah, I think we will start with this and draw a card. I take that. Oh, that's another tech, but doesn't really help me. No, it doesn't. And then, yeah, let's start playing cards like crazy, right? We are playing this red card here with a double O status. We know this is the top 3 cards of the deck. And we are playing this card here in order to trigger this one. This says, look at the top card of your deck. If it has at least 1 damage, draw it. Otherwise, discard it, and you may repeat this effect. Okay, let's do that. It doesn't have. Let's discard this and we can continue. That's cool. No, it's not a wound, but I think when you draw this, discard it and gain a wound. I think we have... No, if it has at least 1, draw it. No, we are not drawing it. Otherwise, discard it. I think we haven't drawn it. No. This goes to the deck. That was very helpful, actually. It's also not a wound. Let's keep going. We want more wounds. Another one and another one. And another one. Okay, that's a wound. Okay, so it will keep repeating until you find a card with damage. Yeah, so we are reshuffling the deck. I will do that now off camera. And then we keep going. No, no. Do I still have damage? Here's a damage card. Oh, wow. That was an interesting effect. So we are drawing this for sure. But what do we have? We have 6 points, 8 points, 10 points, right? 10 points. 4, 6, 8, 10. So we can attack Le Chivre. So I think let's totally do that. And we make our hero you played this turn. And this one here too. Awesome. And I believe with the remaining point we can still get rid of this guy here. That's amazing. So we are taking our first fight card here. Give me the password. A mastermind tactic. Okay, we are checking the fight ability here. The mastermind can't be fought again until the password is complete. When anyone plays a card with cost 1 or more, set it aside and it loses its game tax. It still grants it. Blah, blah, blah. Once 6 cards have been set aside this way, discard them and the password is complete. Boah, you must be kidding me. Okay, but we have taken care of this card. I will put it in here. This goes back on top of this, so we are basically 1/4 through the game. Are you kidding me? We still have 2 more fight points though. And in order to beat this guy, we need to make a flush. So basically we are taking those 2 cards, and a flush is basically 5 times the same icon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including my 2 cards and the Q branch. So we have this point, so this one is no more 2. I take that. Pretty cool. And the next time you trigger a class ability, basically I think this was the first card. We should have played this first card before. Let's get its effect an additional time. No, we don't need it. That's fine. We don't need to do that. It was crazy. And then we make our hero you played this turn. So I guess we are getting rid of one of our starter cards here, because we have successfully hit a villain or the mastermind. Basically did both. So yeah, I take that. Nice turn. Nice turn. Let's discard everything. Oh, wait a second. We still have 3 recruit points. Haha. Not so quick. Do we want this or not? I don't know. I want some more green cards actually now. No, let's not do that. Let's keep our deck a little bit slimmer. Okay, now we have legally drawn this card here. When you draw this, discard it and gain a wound. And again, gaining a wound goes to our discard pile. This will be a very terrible turn because we also have a wound on our hand. We can come up with some recruit points here. That's at least something, but let's see what will happen here. Oh, it's a master strike. We have to play a hand of poker. So in theory we could play those 2 cards with a value of 1, but nothing really worth it. No, we can play this, but it doesn't help us. So we know for a fact that we will have a basically 3 of a kind. He will at least have a 3 of a kind, but we will draw his cards. Now he has a 1/2. So basically that's a tie, which means he wins. So this master strike is out of here. We're drawing 1 more because he won the hand of cards. So that's Vesper's Kidnapper. That's a high-speed chase. Okay, I think now we might be toast, because first of all this will slide over. Now we are triggering the high-speed chase. I think this happens right now after we have played this card. I believe so, yeah. So it moves 2 spaces. 1, 2. It's a 2. So we have basically lost this mission here. That's 2 points. So we put this onto the escaped villain. This also means the poison stays in our system. Are you kidding me? But what's really more important is that this head will move 2 spaces down. And because we are playing solo and we just played a master strike, we have to play the next card, and that's a scheme twist. But there aren't any duplicates here, so we are simply discarding those cards. Oh, that was terrible. And yeah, bring out 5 more of those, some more green cards. There are really not a hell of a lot of those yellow ones here. Wolverine is using those a lot, if I recall that correctly. And yeah, I think this was the scheme twist. Let's get rid of this. And now we are basically playing our cards. But again, this will trigger again unless we are getting rid of it. And a little spoiler, we won't. So I believe we have just lost this game. So we are playing this card here and this card here. So that's 1 plus 3. Now that's 4 recruit points. 5 recruit points. 1 damage. With 1 damage, there's really nothing we can do. 3, 5. Yeah, we could go for something here, but in theory, I would go for this card. We would replenish. Nothing else to do with this 1 wound. There is nothing we can do. Wow, that's so bad. Because now we are drawing the next card. These are some embassy cards. Problem is, the high-speed chase is still going on. So it moves once. So basically, Infante moves out. He's a villain. When a villain escapes, increase the danger level by 1. So we are already at 3. This moves a second time, and that's a mission we have failed. Are you kidding me? That's 3 more points. 1, 2, and 3, which means we have just lost the game because the danger level is at 5 or higher. Wow, what a ride! I was really doing okay so far, and then this nasty high-speed chase came up, but also feeling so incredibly thematic. Really love this one a lot. I really must say, so far, this is my favorite legendary game of all times. I really played the Marvel edition, I don't know, countless times. I have a lot of expansions, not all of those, but really a lot of those, most of those, I would say. I have a lot of those encounter things too. I really do like the encounter one with the alien, which also feels very thematic, by the way. I also have the Big Trouble in Little China thing, which is also very thematic and also a lot of fun. But in respect to theme and in respect to everything goes together, and still in respect how everything balances out, it's difficult, don't get me wrong. I must really say this is by far my favorite legendary game so far. Really enjoying this a lot. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed my little playthrough of Legendary here. I'm not sure if solo might be a little bit too tough to beat, quite honestly. Maybe I really should try it at least one more time. Maybe using now really a two-handed deck to go through that. Even with 2 players and now alone, it's already relatively tough. Also, the starting mission basically, or what they recommend you, the Operation Grand Slam from Goldfinger, is really tough to beat too. Yeah, you can beat it, but it can ramp up relatively quickly too. But I really like challenging games, but still this one doesn't feel completely unfair, I must say. Yeah, this was really very unfortunate that this card chase or high speed chase came up when I really didn't have any fight points on my hand, but that's life. Yeah, I have to suck it up. I mean, it moved twice and therefore I lost. But yeah, it really feels very balanced because of the stage deck. You're setting this up. It starts, let's say, a little bit, let's say, harmless, and then really ramping up the difficulty. Really job well done, I really have to say that. And yeah, not 100% sure what I will play next. I might ask some of my patrons again, maybe they are getting to vote. I still have a lot of interesting games on my shelf which I really want to showcase in one way or the other. So one is Rococo. Then I also have Praga Caput Regni, for example, which is something I'm really looking forward to. I haven't played it yet, so this is really something I have to try. I also have Vendake, which is something I really comes with a solo mode that looks interesting enough. So yeah, let's see about that. So definitely a lot of interesting games in the pipeline. Huge shout out to all of my patrons. Really do appreciate all your support. Yeah, if you want to support the show, my channel, definitely reach or find my page on Patreon, or you can join my community here on YouTube. Supporting me this way, there's this little join button here. Like and subscribe, everything helps. And yeah, hope to see you soon in one of my other videos. And until then, bye bye.